Hi there, it's so exciting because it's almost Christmas time, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to stuff and roast a turkey. Okay, so we're going to start with preparing the jus or the gravy for later. We're just going to chop these vegetables roughly. It's really just stock ingredients. It's got carrots, onions, garlic and celery, and eventually we will just add that to the juices of the turkey and just let these cook through. All we want is flavor. So over here we've got all the stuffing ingredients, which makes me think of Christmas already. We're going to slice half an onion, toss it in a pan, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of sage, just like a little pinch. We're going to take the bacon rashers and we're just going to slice them in little pieces. Before we put that on the stove, let's just get all our other ingredients ready too. We're going to use some celery, chop it up. We've got the apricots. We're just going to roughly chop them too. This is all going to cook for very long inside the cavity of the turkey. So now we're ready to start frying. So we've now roasted the celery, bacon, garlic, sage. We're going to add the apricots and the breadcrumbs and mix it through. We just leave it aside and we'll get back to that now. Take the sausages out of its casing. It's quite a satisfying job. And then we're going to mix in some nutmeg, which makes me think of Christmas, spices, a little bit of rosemary. Going to do the lemon rind, and then we're going to add half the egg and just mix it through all very nicely. It needs to come together as like paste. So once it all comes together as like stuffing, it's ready to go into the cavity. Now the exciting bit starts. We've got all our prep ready. We're going to take an orange and halve it and pop it into the cavity of the turkey. We're going to take a red chili and just cut it in half like that. Just pop it in there. And then just take some herbs like this and you just pop it in there. Some bay leaves. I use like 4 or so. They're quite a strong herb when they're dry. And I said sage, but you can put in a little bit of thyme. Just sprinkle a bit of sage in there. You don't want it too full because it's quite a big cup, because you want the air to be able to move through to cook the inside and the stuffing as well. So that's your one side of your turkey. Then on the next side, there's this big flap there. So we're going to open that up and we're going to push our stuffing in there. So it's quite a messy job, but I love it. You're going to take your stuffing and you're literally going to push it in there. It's full. Then you take this piece of skin and you put it back over and just tuck it underneath. So now we've got to pat the turkey dry. You will see why now. We are going to take a whole 250 ml of butter and we are going to cover. Another little messy job, but it's quite therapeutic. And you're going to take it and you're going to soften it in your hands and you're going to flatten it out. and you're literally going to top your turkey with butter. Once it goes into the oven, the butter will drip off, it will melt, but it will protect the turkey and it will keep it moist. Also, when you season your turkey now, the seasoning doesn't go and dry out your turkey immediately. It first goes through the butter and then the seasoning hits it, so it will be much better. But this is the bomb. Okay, so now final seasoning. Lots of nice Maldon salt all over. And some black pepper. Okay, and then we'll use another little bit of nutmeg, just to a little pinch. And we're just gonna break up some rosemary and just almost pat it into the butter. You're also seasoning your butter now for later when you use it to cook. So now we are ready to wrap it in foil. This can be done the day before. That is the beauty about the turkey, is that you can buy it now because it's frozen, so it can go into your freezer and you can forget about it. Then about 2 days before you take it out your freezer, let it defrost completely. Then you do your thing, stuff it, whatever that is you want to do. Then you wrap it in foil. Then you can leave it overnight for a day or two, and even more the juices will settle, or the flavors will settle, and you wrap it up and you leave it in the fridge. And then on Christmas morning, you take it out, you leave it in its foil, and you pop it in the oven. And you normally cook it for about 35 to 45 minutes per kilogram. It is in your recipe. So this turkey would cook for 2.5 hours, being 3.5 kilograms. Then once it's an hour before the end of cooking time, we open it up. And then we wrap it in bacon, pop it back in the oven for another hour, and when you can see it just looking heavenly and crispy and beautiful, you can prick it with a knife or a fork, and clear juices must run out. And once that happens, you know that your turkey is perfect. Voila! I'm going to take it out of the pan, because remember, that becomes your... I'm going to put it on a carving board. You get the carver in the house, or you just do it yourself, and we start just like a chicken, really. It's almost easier. I always believe to use your hands wherever, they're your best utensil. And then over here we do the same, you just click it out of its bones. There we go, hopefully like that. Hello little kitties, they're smelling it. And here we have the end product, a delicious, juicy, beautiful Christmas turkey with bacon, bits of the delicious stuffing, and we're going to end it off with a little bit of cherries. It always gives good cheer. A little bit of greenery, which we're using rosemary because we use that inside. Voila, our gravy. And in your boxes, you have received a little compote, and it is an apple and cranberry compote, which goes so well with the turkey. There we go. Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a wonderful festive season. Stay safe and keep well.